Distributing a modern job posting takes a few clicks. The consequence of that efficiency is an avalanche of applications. Companies routinely receive thousands of submissions in a matter of days, turning what should be a straightforward selection process into a logistical nightmare. The first instinct is to rely on resumes. The problem is that a well-formatted document often looks perfect on paper, while obscuring critical skill gaps. You can read a list of past job titles, but a static page cannot verify actual practical limitations. This forces human resources teams into an administrative trap. Instead of evaluating talent, professionals spend the vast majority of their hours on low-value, repetitive tasks, reading incomplete documents, drafting dozens of emails, and playing calendar Tetris to schedule initial calls. When humans are forced to operate as data processors, the quality of evaluation degrades. Fatigue sets in. A candidate reviewed at 9 in the morning is judged differently than one reviewed at 5 in the afternoon. Subjective moods and inconsistent interview styles skew the final ratings. While the internal team struggles to clear the backlog, the candidates are left waiting. Weeks of silence and delayed updates breed frustration, ultimately damaging the employer's brand reputation in the open market. This funnel diagram shows the reality of the traditional hiring structure. Thousands of data points jam at the top, while a severely constrained trickle makes it through. The system traps human intelligence in administrative bottlenecks, making data-driven decisions nearly impossible. Qabil.ai is an intelligent processing layer built specifically to automate that top-of-funnel work. It takes over the heavy lifting of initial screening and communication, while reserving the final hiring decision entirely for human managers. This radar chart maps out how Qabil structures a new role. Human managers define the exact parameters of the job by assigning specific percentage weights. A sales position, for example, might allocate 30% to persuasion, 20% to communication, and 10% to language skills. Once the job is live, the AI executes an initial pass over the applicant pool. It rapidly cross-references thousands of CVs against these exact weighted criteria, instantly filtering out severe mismatches and holding on to candidates who fit the target profile. But resumes are rarely comprehensive. Qabil uses a smart clarification capability to spot ambiguous claims. If a candidate states they managed a project, the system flags that they omitted their specific role or the total budget involved. This diagram illustrates how the system resolves that ambiguity. The AI isolates the vague text and autonomously generates a personalized follow-up question. It then asks the candidate directly to fill the specific data gap, without requiring a single minute of a recruiter's time. To handle this back and forth, the platform manages all candidate logistics natively. It automatically deploys WhatsApp notifications, coordinates interview reminders, and sends real-time status updates directly to applicants. By the end of the intake phase, the administrative blindness is gone. Passive, incomplete resumes have been transformed into highly structured, verified data profiles, ready for the testing phase. With the verified data in hand, candidates move to the automated preliminary voice interview. This is the arena where applicants must demonstrate actual capabilities, proving they have the skills they claimed on paper. This branching decision tree shows the mechanics of Qabil's AI voice interview. It is a dynamic, multilingual conversation. Instead of playing a static list of recorded prompts, the system recalculates and reacts in real time, shifting its follow-up questions based entirely on the candidate's specific answers. During the dialogue, the AI is actively measuring complex soft skills. It evaluates their problem-solving methodology, assesses the clarity of their communication, and verifies their hard technical knowledge simultaneously. Because the system applies the exact same weighted criteria to every response, the evaluation remains consistent across the entire pool. It ensures that every candidate is measured against the same defined baseline, mitigating the variability and fatigue that often affect human interviewers. The AI interview duplicates a senior HR professional's ability to conduct thorough baseline vetting. The difference is it executes that vetting across every applicant simultaneously, regardless of the size of the initial talent pool. For the human hiring manager, logging into Qabil presents a stark contrast to the initial chaos of an overflowing inbox. The hours of reading, chasing down clarifications, and scheduling preliminary calls have already been handled. This horizontal bar chart represents the final output, a ranked list of candidates instantly sorted by precise compatibility. Opening a profile generates a comprehensive report listing verified strengths, remaining skill gaps, and a definitive AI recommendation tier. At the macro level, organizational leadership gains access to a comprehensive executive dashboard. They can track real-time pipeline health, monitor dramatically reduced time-to-hire metrics, and analyze all sourcing data. Before the human manager even walks into the final face-to-face interview, the system prepares them. It suggests highly targeted questions based entirely on the AI's prior findings, allowing the manager to probe directly into the candidate's identified weak points.
qabil.ai resolves the top-of-funnel administrative bottleneck. By automating the extraction of data and the initial screening, it clears the logistical noise so that human hiring managers can focus their energy exactly where it belongs, making the ultimate strategic decision.